Tom Wallace had a problem. The Boynton Beach detective had just viewed in November, by chance, the videotape of Sarah Marquez's tearful interview with police from 3 months earlier. To Wallace, her statement suggested that her husband, Boynton Beach Mayor Jose Rodriguez, might have abused Marquez's then 11-year-old daughter. He went to Police Chief Matt Imbler to say he intended to alert the Florida Department of Children and Families. Just a week earlier, at a city commission meeting, Rodriguez had expressed concerns to Imbler about the police department after 5 officers were arrested in a month. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. This point, officers said later in depositions, they discussed with Imbler the idea that reopening the investigation would look like retaliation. But, Wallace said of Imbler, he told me to go ahead and make the phone call. That call to DCF, prosecutors say, so infuriated the mayor that he allegedly pressured both Imbler and the city manager to back off. That led to corruption charges against Rodriguez in January. There was another timing issue for Imbler on that November day. Wallace said in depositions that he believes the 2 detectives who interviewed Marquez in August 2011, SGD. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Paul Sheridan and Detective Christopher Crawford had an obligation to notify DCF. Instead, it was 3 months later, in November, that Wallace first alerted the agency. The state mandatory reporting law makes it a misdemeanor for police to fail to report possible child abuse or neglect. But Wallace, the 2 officers, and other officers, said in the depositions that they considered it a judgment call. No one pursued an internal investigation or was disciplined. Was there any discussion, Rodriguez attorney Jason Weiss asked Imbler in a deposition, that Sheridan and Crawford had actually committed a crime? Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. By failing to report, Imbler, my issue wasn't disciplinary. It was the fact that it probably should have been reported according to what Wallace was telling me, Imbler said. Even then, another 12 days passed before the police department formally notified DCF on November 21, Weiss told Imbler. The chief said he had not known that. The DCF investigator, meanwhile, didn't seem too concerned. Have you ever had that conversation with the Boynton Beach Police Department? What took them so long to make that report to DCF? Weiss asked Sherka Adams in a deposition. I think thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. I did ask someone, Adams replied. I really don't remember, to be honest. Ultimately, both the police and DCF ruled the abuse allegations were unfounded. I closed it out with findings of no indicators of inadequate supervision and sexual abuse, Adams said in a second deposition. She said she didn't believe she forwarded her findings to police. Citing confidentiality aspects of the mandatory reporter statutes, DCF spokeswoman Paige Patterson-Hughes said last week in an email that the agency can't reveal whether Adams reported the delay. She did say the agency did not conduct any kind of thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Investigation. In an interview with prosecutors, Wallace said that he was in his office about November 9, chatting with Wendy Unger, when talk turned to Rodriguez. SGD. Sheridan, walking by, came in and said, "Oh, you should have heard what his estranged wife said in an interview about him." So I asked him what he was talking about. Then, I said, "Yeah. Let me see the DVD. Maybe there's something to it," Wallace recalled. And that's how it started. Wallace said that as soon as he heard the interview he went to Unger, his supervisor. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. I said something like, and Crawford and Sheridan didn't pick that up. I guess they were so centered on the domestic violence issue, Unger said. And Tommy Wallace just kind of shrugged his shoulders and said, let's, have a conversation with the chief. Weiss, obviously you've been in law enforcement long enough to know that you had a problem on your hands at that point. Is that correct? Unger, I had an oversight on my hands at that time.